I am a new watercolor artist. I'm calling myself an artist because that's just what I am. Good and bad, good and bad. Stick around and I'll tell you how cheap it is to create on a budget. In the beginning, you do not have to go out and buy the extravagant paint set. Do you have to buy everything to get ready? Of course you do. Just kidding. You can buy cheap stuff like I did and start your journey in watercolors and only spend maybe 25 bucks. And you know what? That $25 will last you all year. It's wonderful. Get started with watercolors. And here's what I did. I went to Dollar General and I bought a pad of paper. I also got these paints, cheap paints, $10 I think, if that much, off of Amazon. And look at all those colors. Okay, now these don't have a lot of watercolor pigments in it. These are like ink based basically, but they really do a good job. And I'll show you a painting I did with this. So this was my beginning kit. I bought this. I also bought a $5 pack of brushes from Walmart. And then I went to Michael's and looked around, and paints are so expensive. I looked around and so is paper. So I'm a beginner. I don't need all that fancy stuff. So I bought this mixed media, and this is a really good brand for art paper. You can work your way up, you know, to what you should use with watercolors, and I'm not going to go into that because, you know, we're talking beginner stuff here. This is just getting started with art paper. And in this notebook here, I got a little piece cut out because I did a little bookmark, but it's thick. It's also got a little bit of ridges so that you can't see it on here, so that when you paint on your paper, the paint goes into it. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I tape this to my table and then I paint on it so that it doesn't, you know, this is gonna buckle when you do it, but that's okay. Or you leave it on your pad and paint on it, keep it flat. You could put little clamps on it, keep it flat, let it dry, and it'll stay flat. So that's what I did. And $25 for, at the most, for all those things I just told you about. Then I wanted to get something a little better, so I am still beginner. I bought me a watercolor sketchbook. This is just a sketchbook from Amazon. I'm going to include the Amazon stuff in my description. I'm not an affiliate, but I'll leave a link to the ones I bought. I love this sketchbook. It is my favorite. It's got a linen top to it. It's very thick. It's got the little thing on here to hold it together. And I bought this, I think it was under $15, but it does really well with your paints. It does real well. This here is not done. Let me show you the one I did with my cheap set here. Now don't laugh. Don't laugh. But this is from that set I bought, the cheap set. I think it looks nice. It had beautiful reds and the blues. I tried to bring in the sun and make some cloudy day there. So that was my cheap set. It's great to start with. It is great to start with. I also did this piece here with the cheap set. I love the paint. The paint is awesome for 10 bucks. So I have been doing this for about 3 or 4 months, and I did finally get me another paint set. I bought Winsor and Newton. And if you wait a minute, oh, this thing's so hard to open. I got it open. So I bought me some tube paints. I bought some tube paints on Amazon. Click. And I bought this little $5 paint kit off of Amazon. I'll open it up here. And I filled these little tubs here with the paint colors from the tube set. So this is a cute little thing. You could close it up when you're done. I usually let my paint dry, but I moved up to student grade watercolor tubes. And all you gotta do is you put them in here, let them dry. And then when you're ready to use them, you use your little get a water bottle sprayer and just spray a little bit of water on there, a little pump spray. Let it sit on the paint for not even very long. And then you can start watercoloring with them. And it closes up to where, you know, if it fell off the table or something, all your paints aren't going to go anywhere. It does have a little thing, these little, I don't know if you can see it. Let me pull it out. They're hooked together on this little metal thing. It's got little clamps in there to hold them together. Now, some artists take out, they'll take out these, they just don't use this. And they use the little pans and they put magnets on the back of them and they set them in the pan. That way they also won't go anywhere. But this fits right back in there. See, it's not going to fall out. And then, you know, you got your little mixing well here and here. Click, it's all put back together. Now, I really wanted to get a ceramic palette to mix my paints with. And those are very expensive. So I went to Walmart and I looked around for some kind of thing. Let me get something else here. Oh, sorry. I did find this little $1 ceramic plate at Dollar General. And this is where I would, you know, mix my colors in and stuff like that. $1. Can't beat that. Add that to your little stash, $25 stash. And then when I went to Walmart the other day, I found this. This is a Corel plate in the plates aisle at Walmart where all the utensils are in the plates. And it's separated. It's a kid's plate. And some kids and adults, I guess, they do not want to mix their food. So I'm like, thank you for these people, because now I have a little art palette thingy that I spent $5 on, and it's a Corel. I mean, this could probably drop on the floor and not break. And it's glass and, you know, white. I can see what colors I'm mixing up. So $5, can't beat that. You can get you some sponges. I got these at Walmart. There's 5 sponges in there. $2.50. And you can use these for clouds. You'll paint your blue and you could dab the sponge on it and it kind of makes clouds. It's really cool. Just watch a video. So that's all you need. You could get into watercolor very cheap and just play around with it. It's a great way to relax and de-stress and decompress cheap. Cheap painting set. Get started with that. You know what? This is why you need to do that. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I start stuff and I don't finish. I come up with a new idea. I'm going to do this. And then I'm on to something else. You know, I've got ADHD brain sometimes. So that's another reason why I started cheap. I bought the cheap set. I was so excited. I bought me a coloring book. I've got color markers that I bought off of Amazon. And I just started creating. But I liked it so much, I decided to move up a paint step. So get cheap. If you don't like painting after that, after you start, then dump it, go to something else. Do acrylics, do oil painting. I just like watercolors. So far, I will not do oil painting because I feel like it just takes too long to dry. Of course, next year I could be doing a video and say, remember my video when I just don't have any interest in oil painting or acrylics. I enjoy the outcome of a watercolor painting. I love the outcome of that. You could buy a wax to put on top of your paintings to protect it. You could also do a protectant and a UV spray, which I have over there also. And I bought the matte spray so it dries in matte. And I'm going to try that and see how that goes. But anyways, cheap stuff, cheap paints, cheap paper, cheap brushes. Just start painting with watercolors. You're going to love it. And if you don't worry about it. Let the kids paint. Or let the kids paint anyways. But if you really like it, then you can move up to a little more expensive paint, a little more expensive paper. And in the long run, I enjoy it so much that I'm going to move up to a professional paint set, because as you go on with painting, you learn that the better paints, the better paper, they cost more money. Paper is crazy because you want to get 100% cotton. I like cold press paper. There's just so much to know, so much to learn about watercolor. But this is about beginners, how you could get in cheap and see if you like it. And then if you like it, continue to create. And if you're really crazy about it, then you're gonna be finding yourself ordering stuff that sometimes you don't even need. So it is a love that you will fall in love with, or it might not be. But anyways, that's just my video telling you how it is to get in cheap with watercolors. Don't break the bank. Get started. Get painting and make beautiful things. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you want to follow my journey and my suggestions of a newbie artist. And de-stressor, decompressor, I'm just getting all of this with my art. I hope you follow me on my art journey. It is an amazing trip, and I just hope you'll join me with it. Good and bad. It's just wonderful to create, even if it doesn't turn out the way I want it to, or if it turns out better than I wanted it to. It's fun. So, hope to see you on my next video. Bye!